Yeah, so far, I mean, all good stuff regarding trading and everything. What I'm going to talk about is, I guess, something a little bit different to begin with. That's getting your life together before trading.
Yes.
And here's why that's important. I assume most people in this Discord, they're new to trading. Everyone's probably working normal jobs. They have steady income, or not. And there may be, trading with, a couple $100 and, see what can happen. Well, my advice is to first, take a look at your own life first. Are you ready to trade? Are you prepared? Are you in a financially good spot to trade? So, for example, if you have, 5 credit cards and they're all, 25% interest rate, and you have a personal loan and you're falling behind on your house and your car payments, trading's not for you right now. You need to focus on those other things first before you can get into trading. Because with trading, you can lose all your money. That just puts you into a deeper hole. So I recommend taking a look at your own personal finances and asking yourself, am I really ready to do this? And if you're not, that's fine. That's the best thing that you can do. Because if you're not taking care of those other things, you're not going to make enough in the stock market to pay off those other things. For example, if you have 5 credit cards and they're all 25% interest, you're going to have to make more than 25% on all your plays to pay the minimum balance on your cards. So it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Getting a 25% increase on a option or a stock is hard to do. There's a little bit of luck involved there. So um, I would recommend paying down all your debts first, getting rid of all that stuff, and then put yourself in a situation. Okay, now I can be ready to trade. Another thing is change your lifestyle. So one of the first things that I did, I went against everything that I'm currently saying now. I had a car payment, and I had cars. I started trading, and I realized, like, wow, I still have all these bills. So I took care of all that stuff first after reading a pretty helpful book. And I'll mention that book now. It's Millionaire Teacher, The 9 Rules You Should Have Learned in School. The book is about basically an average guy who was just a teacher that became a millionaire in the stock market. And that resonated with me because I was a former teacher and I started getting involved in the stock market. So I said, well, if this guy can do it, then I can do it too. I feel like I was better than him. So I had that drive and that motivation to do it. So Millionaire Teacher, look it up. It's a pretty good book. And one that they taught in that book was to get all those high debt, high interest cards and high loans and things like that. So after I got rid of all those, I put myself in a little bit better of a situation to start trading. And then I started making money, and I had that extra money to not pay off other things. So I said, cool, I'm making all this extra money. So I started being dumb. I was in my 20s. I was working, making good money in the stock market. So I started spending it on dumb things. I bought a motorcycle that I didn't need, boats, jet skis, taking exotic trips every weekend, things like that. And eventually I got myself into a deeper hole. That was stupid. Again, I was young and dumb, learning. Now that I'm older and mature, I started following more and more of the advice in that book, Millionaire Teacher. I don't spend a whole lot of money. Currently, I'm wearing gym clothes that I've worn for the past 10 years. I don't go out and buy new outfits. I don't buy new shoes. My car, I paid for in cash, and I've had it forever. Even though, not to brag or anything, I could probably buy almost a car available, but I don't need it. It's not a necessity. I can buy 100 different pairs of shoes, but I don't need it. And one pair of workout shoes, one pair of casual shoes, and one pair of dress shoes. I don't need, fancy stuff. I don't need a 6,000 square foot home. I'm just fine with my current lifestyle. So what I did was I changed my whole thing. I changed everything about how I spend money. And what I did with that extra money that I was saving, put it right back into the market. Even to this day, I put more and more money into the market than I even make. I currently work about 5 different sources of income. I own a few businesses. I work for a couple other companies. And, even now and then I'll go, hey, I'm going to drive for Uber to make a few extra bucks. And, my wife's like, what the hell? You don't need, the extra $20 tonight to drive for Uber. Why are you even doing this? I said, well, you guess what I'm going to do with that extra $20? Putting it into my investing account. and I'll keep adding to it, and I'm gonna keep adding to it. When I have friends who say, "Hey, you want to go out to the bars and get drinks?" I say, "No, that's okay. I just saved myself $100 by saying no. So guess what I'm doing with that $100? Putting into my investment account." Friends who say, "Hey, you want to go to the movies tonight?" No, that's okay. What do I do with that extra, 20, $30? Putting into my investment account. So changing my lifestyle was a huge, huge difference for me. I've been trying to teach this to my brother because he's kind of in the same situation that I was. And I taught him a lot about trading, and he's in that young dumb phase. And now he's making good money. He's making more money trading stocks and options than he is at his current job. But he's buying all kinds of dumb things that he doesn't need. Guns and throwing axes and souped up golf carts and all kinds of stupid stuff. And I keep telling him, like, "Hey, you got to pay taxes on everything that you're making, and you have a wife and kids. You need to start focusing on them and put that money back into your account and plan for the future." Because that's what I did. But he's young, he's dumb, he is a wolf slugger, so he'll learn the hard way, just like I did. But yeah, that's my trading and investing style. I don't take big risks anymore. I'm not looking for the home runs. I'm not looking for to be a millionaire overnight. I'm looking to do how can I put myself into a better situation for my wife and my kid later on in life, because that's my end goal, is to eventually not have to work, even though I guess my work ethic will probably prove that I'll continue to work forever. But eventually I'd like to get to the point where I can look at my finances and go, you know what, I don't need to work anymore. I can one day just go into my job and just go, I quit. I'll still own my businesses, but it's nothing that I have to own. If you learned anything from what I said, is put yourself into a better situation financially and take that extra money and watch it grow.